MP outside.
Will it go?
MP can't get that one to fall. And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA.
Now here's MP. Outside Dumont. Back to MP.
Shoots from 14, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
All right, little old school stuff from MP, going with the midi.
And stolen by MP.
Down low.
The Stewart with the steal. Strasburg Basket Pro moving up. And Roper throwing it down.
Rising and punching it. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
MP outside. Elich.
Knocks down the three ball.
And you look at the Strasburg team. They aren't title favorites by any means, but they can compete.
Well, they lack the overall depth that you need to compete for an EVA championship, but they play so well with Ledoux running the show that I think anything is possible here.
Up top, Ledoux. Covered by MP. Outside Vasseur. Miller for three. Harris grabs the miss. MP up top. He's covered by Ledoux.
And the shot is good.
And the level of concentration right there from MP. Incredible. He doesn't back away from physical defense.
Now here's Miller.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Ledoux can't hit. Harris trailing. MP defended by Miller.
Fearless play from MP down low. Doesn't back off his shot and draws a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops.
At the line for Paris FC.
He ties it up.
Well, yeah, you talk to MP, and he'll tell you it's been a great experience coming to Europe, playing at this level. He's worked really hard to continue to improve his skills while facing competition. It's been a win-win. Beautiful dish down low.
Here's Paris.
Was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
Strasburg Basket Pro ahead.
Up by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
And welcome back to the second quarter of this matchup here in Strasburg.
Deciding to change it up.
And for some of these athletes coming in from overseas, it can be quite the culture shock.
It's not easy to adjust to a team in a city you don't know with a language you don't speak. It's a bit of a time to grow up moment, if you will, but those who make it can flourish.
Now here's MP.
He's got 8.
The rebound by Roquefort. Strasburg trailing. Pass for Lemuel. Ledoux.
From outside, off the mark.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
And there's the pick.
Kick out to Vasseur. MP inside. He's covered by Ledoux. MP, it's good.
Relentless inside effort from MP. He was committed to getting that to go.
Leon.
Fires the three.
Leduc can't hit. The way this roster is constructed for Strasburg, they need to do a lot of their damage with the starting five.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasburg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game ready just yet.
Pass to Vasseur. Right side, Leduc.
Good on the bucket.
Well, he's a serious playmaker. I mean, it's pretty easy to see why Leduc has so much success.
MP outside. Vasseur with the screen. Ahern outside.
Beyond the arc.
They get it back. And the dunk by Vasseur.
Sheer willpower right there, guys. Grabbing the offensive rebound and going back up strong.
And in a close game like this, where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure could. He salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
And with Coach Wayne Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
The defenders didn't really even get a sniff of him on that move to the cylinder.
Here's Leduc.
A beautiful reverse layup.
Strasburg leans on Leduc for his passing, but don't overlook his ability to score from just about anywhere.
Now here's MP.
He's got 12. And the layup is good.
No mistake on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Leon. Outside Leduc. Lemuel.
No good from outside.
And we've seen MP start to adjust to the speed of the French league, looking much more comfortable.
Oh, listen, guys, it can be rough when you first start playing the game professionally. But MP has got his fitness right and has the look of a pro player now.
Here's Leon. Outside Leduc.
Baked in off the glass.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And here's MP.
He's got 16. And we've reached halftime in this one.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Up 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break.
The third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasburg. And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, Europe, there's a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players, pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
Miller can't get it to go.
Paris with the lead. MP outside.
Pass to Zadirko.
Ahern. He's covered by Leduc.
Just 5 on the clock.
Here's MP. The rebound by Roquefort. Strasburg on offense. Here's Lemuel. And it's slammed in by Lemuel.
One thing I like about Lemuel is that he takes what's available. If the defense gives him an opportunity to dunk, he's going to take it.
Inside.
Elich.
That falls. Nice feed that time from MP.
He is one of the best when it comes to making the sweet lead pass. But with all the youth that Paris FC has, you would think that they lean on their vets, but they've got some young guys really stepping up.
Yeah, very quickly, guys like MP and other younger players have found ways to contribute. Kind of seems like Paris FC gets stronger every time they take the court.
Yeah, that's just incredible ball handling by MP, pushing the defender off balance to create space for himself.
Wing shot on the way.
And it's out of bounds to Strasburg as they're able to retain possession.
Puts it up off the inbound.
And LeDuc lays it up and in.
He ran his man right into the screen to open up the lane of the hoop.
Now MP. He's got 18.
Ahern outside.
To the paint.
Back to MP.
4 on the shot clock. Shot from 16.
Strasburg with the rebound.
Well, he rushed that one. The D was out of position, but he couldn't make him pay.
Pass to Viseur. LeDuc. Back to Viseur.
Lays it up and banks it in.
So the defense has to bring more effort against Bashir down there, or else he's going to just torch him inside.
MP. He's covered by LeDuc.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
Good call there. His feet were moving when he set the screen.
And he sort of lowered his shoulder into him, too. Those ones hurt, and they were going to get him there one way or the other.
Absolutely. Good call by the ref.
Up top, Viseur.
Zadirko defending.
Miller outside.
The tray.
Strasburg again missing. And it's Paris with the ball.
Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Three-pointer Illich. Miller pulls it in. Strasburg trailing. Pass to Roquefort. Now Viseur. Covered by MP.
Good on the shot.
Big Roquefort dropping a dime right there.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter play now.
Fortier outside. Paris FC basket with another miss. Roquefort outside. Pass to Lemuel.
Shot clock at 6.
Roquefort.
And that misses. That would have put them up.
MP on the wing. Ahern.
Here's MP for 3.
A rebound by Roquefort.
6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Outside Lemuel. Roquefort. On the wing, Lemuel.
For the lead.
And Illich pulls it down. MP right side.
Out to the right wing. Here's Zadirko. And he nails it. It's in. Oh, right at the buzzer.
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose a possession.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They're up by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter here on 2K Sports.
Now tipping off this fourth quarter action between Paris FC Pass to MP. Pass to Illich.
The 3 ball drains the 3-pointer.
Hard to defend the shot at Illich. I mean, this is a tall guy, especially for his position.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. They set a pick. To the inside.
Here's Viseur.
Over Zadirko.
Good work defensively by Zadirko. MP with it. Pass to Illich.
From downtown.
Another 3 for Paris.
stepping up and knocking the jumper down. Ilic knows his mechanics inside and out.
Now here's Vasseur.
Zadirko defending.
Now here's Leduc. Outside for Lemieux.
Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot.
He is so clutch. When the pressure's at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
It's Paris leading.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
Three-pointer Ilic. It's rebounded by Strasburg. Outside Lemieux. Leduc. He's covered by Ahern.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Nice job coming up big for his team there. Leduc proving he's a big-time player.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
MP outside.
5 to shoot. To the middle. Tipped. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get a shot off. That's a 24-second violation.
You can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, they really hurt.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
And he'll shoot free throws. Nearly fouled on the shot that time. The whistle blows.
Well, I love that Leduc has the awareness to draw that whistle.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a three-point game.
Such a clutch performer. He loves being in those situations. A lot of guys say they do, but he truly does.
Now here's MP. Up top, Ilic.
Money! A tremendous three to tie it up.
Big shot from Bogdan Ilic, and you're seeing the veteran calmness on full display.
Leduc for 3.
The rebound by Zadirko.
Now Paris FC basket with it. Ilic. He's covered by Leduc. Now here's MP.
Just 5 to shoot. Miller pulls it in.
Pass to Leduc. Now Roquefort.
All alone. Oh, no good. For the win. Oh, it's off the mark, and we're going to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime, baby. We'll be right back to the action.
Live here in Strasbourg, we've got overtime, folks.
Here's Miller.
Pass to Leduc. Here's Lemieux. Back to Leduc.
Off target from three-point range.
And it's Paris with the ball. And it's MP missing. Miller outside. Leduc. Vasseur.
And they convert at last on attempt number 3.
Well, playing with a high motor, the student kept it alive, and he paid off.
Here's MP.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's a precision shot. No room for error on the floater.
And B, defensive foul. Donald Woodford. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Paris FC. And B, one shot.
And that one drops, so they lead by 1. Great action here if you're just joining us. About 1 minute into overtime.
Pass to Leduc. Back to Vasseur.
The bucket is good, and he'll have a chance for one more.
It's going to be on Zadirko.
Valuable effort from Vasseur. Baits the defender into fouling and still converts.
And the free throw, no good.
MP outside. Pass to Elich. MP. Screen by Elich.
6 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed that time from MP.
His performance from long range has been something to behold.
That's been his shot today, no doubt about it.
Keep feeding him.
Up top, Leduc. Covered by MP. Rejected by Zadirko.
Solid defense from Zadirko, not giving it in.
Six on the shot clock.
Outside Leduc.
I love MP's dedication to the defensive end. He does all he can to make things hard in the shooting.
Looking to make his mark right here in Europe. There's no better way to do it than with big shots like that.
The line is SC.
That free throw caps off a huge possession for them. Those are big points at this stage of the game.
And here's Leduc. Nice D from MP.
Boy, I mean, this has not been a quarter really to remember for him.
He's not making any sort of impact for them at that end of the court.
And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point ball game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Vasseur with the screen. Leduc penetrating.
Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
It's hitting shots in those moments that'll get Leduc picked in the first round.
And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Well, there's no doubt who's in control when Pierre Dumont is on the floor for Paris FC. There's a reason he's the captain.
And Roquefort throwing it down.
Well, you gotta commend how composed Roquefort was right there, proving that Strasburg can count on him in these big moments.
He gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he drops them both, and it's a 7-point ball game.
And Strasburg Basket Pro calling timeout.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Elich the block.
This is why these guys love the veteran Elich. He gives everything he's got, every possession.
MP outside. Rejected by Vasseur.
It's gonna be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we hit overtime.
That's going to put a ribbon on this one. Paris FC comes into town and secures the win.
Well, when you got a young team like Paris is, it's never easy to get a win on the road. They showed a lot of grit and fight, the way they battled it out.
And for MP, nice for this team to get a win over Leduc with so many fans in attendance.
And this win doesn't necessarily mean that MP is going to jump Leduc on prospect boards or anything, but he certainly showed that he has a lot to offer, and he continues to develop his game.
And so that'll do it for now. For Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, this is Blake Suniga, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.
Vincent Leduc is considered one of France's best playmakers, but you thoroughly outplayed him tonight. What does that say?
Look, I have a ton of respect for guys in this league, guys like Vince. That's why I'm here. Because going up against these guys is going to make me a better basketball player. So to outplay someone like Vince, that means I'm on the right track. And it makes me want to work even harder.
On top of outplaying Leduc, you helped lead Paris to victory. Talk about it.
Yeah, at some point I just felt that if we were going to win, I was going to have to step up, so I did. I'm comfortable carrying that burden.
And lastly, you put together quite the highlight reel tonight. What prompted such enthusiastic play?
Ms. Mueller, at the end of the day, this is a game. You're a professional and you're paid a good salary, so you have to treat it with respect. But I'm at my best when I'm having fun. So that's what you saw. I need to play loose and free to help my team win.
Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
How was the escargot?
Austin, bro, them things was bussin'. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of butter and garlic, but it also has some crunchy bread on it. I don't even know what it was, but hey, look, Americans give Snell a bad rap, but them things was so good.
No, I agree. I love it. All right, so look, I want to give you an update on your draft stock, all right?
Oh yeah, let me hear it.
Things are looking really good. Everyone's raving about your work ethic. Your coach told a scout you're more ripped than 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's got to stop doing that. He just also needs to update his references.
Right. And you've played great against the top prospects. Your game is looking polished.
Great, so all good news.
Yeah, that's right. Most mocks have you solidly in the second round at this point.
Second round?
Okay, I know you, MP, and I know you're better than that. But this is all going according to plan, all right? This time last year, you weren't even in the 2K250. Now the NBA is looking like a foregone conclusion. Let that sink in. That's massive.
Yeah. You're right, man. This is good. This is good for us.
It's better than good. And if you can make it to the EBA championship, you've got a chance to make things great. So keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Yeah. I will. I got you, Austin. Thanks.
In tonight's matchup against Marseille, you get a first-hand look at Louis L'Aigle Dupont, who's currently projected to be a first-round draft pick in this year's NBA draft. Have you had a chance to watch any tape on your fellow draft prospect?
Yeah, well, they call him the Eagle for a reason. He's a great finisher with both hands. I mean, just tremendous hops. They're going to try to get him running downhill with a full head of steam. So, yeah, we need to communicate, not get caught on screens, and challenge him at the rim.
This is a do-or-die game for Paris FC Basket. Win and you'll earn a berth at the European Basketball Alliance Championship Tournament, and lose and you're out. Obviously, you have the rest of the FBSL season no matter what. But how important is it for you to play in an EBA championship?
You're right, Miss Mueller. That's a big deal for us. We've been chasing that all year. And I know our fans want it too. A lot of them even have tickets already to Istanbul. So we're going to leave everything we have tonight on that floor and make sure nobody's calling the airlines asking for that refund.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
What a view of Paris. We are live here in one of the world's most iconic cities for tonight's game. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's presentation of the FBSL on 2K Sports. I'm Blake Suniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. Coming up, it'll be Paris versus Marseille.
And Paris FC has been the surprise of the season. They've pulled out some impressive wins, and with just one more win here tonight, they're going to qualify for the EBA tournament.
And it's safe to say that MP has led this team far beyond expectation.
No question about that. And if they get into that EBA tournament, well, anything can happen from there. But don't sleep on Marseille. They've got a lot of experienced players like Louis Dupont who are about as competitive as it gets. Oh, really, guys, so much on the line tonight for Paris FC. A win here against Marseille, and they'll punch their ticket to the EBA tournament. But if they lose, that's the end of their championship aspiration for this year.
Now here's MP. Pass to Ahern. Back to MP. Screen by Illich. MP. A kick out to DeMol. Here's MP.
6 to shoot.
And here's Illich. That falls. Nice feed that time from MP. You get the feeling that MP is going to do everything in his power to get this Paris team into the tournament.
For MP, it's not just about getting to the tournament. He wants to win the whole thing. And usually a team from France has as good of a chance as any to make some noise there. There are some great teams in Spain and Turkey as well, but from what I've seen, they could do it.
And MP gets it to go.
What intensity from MP in the paint, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
And we knew coming into this season that Marseille would be strong, but they've really turned it on down the stretch.
No doubt. I mean, Dupont has led the way, taking his game to another level the last few weeks. Overall, the entire team, they've surpassed their fans' expectations already.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, that's just incredible ball handling by MP, pushing the defender off balance to create space for himself.
To the paint. Here's Dupont. 1 up, 1 down. And he makes his first shot of this game.
Now the seal is broken. Maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, that had not been the way they wanted this game to get going for them.
And not the way we want to see. We want to see more offense.
Now here's MP.
Over to the wing. Zadirko. Parker defending.
Here's Illich.
That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Well, you look at the path Paris FC took to get to this point. The youngsters on the team have stepped up big time.
Well, whenever this team has looked out of gas, guys like MP have stepped up and found ways to keep them going. It's kind of a Cinderella story, but they feel that they're far from midnight.
And Parker gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
Well, that's a quick shot from Dumont, but when you're already set up, why hesitate?
Barrow outside. Over Ahern. Bourgeois, guarded by Dumont.
6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 16. Not gonna go that time.
It's Paris leading. And what a surprise season for Paris FC. Most had them in the middle of the pack, but as we've mentioned, they have a chance to clinch a spot in the EBA tourney tonight.
And it shows you how a few key players can make a monster difference. The chemistry on this team has come together, and they have played far greater than the sum of their parts.
Now here's MP. Pass to Illich.
Now Zadirko. That one goes. Count it.
Well, just about 250 pounds, Zadirko could be a wrecking ball in close.
Outside Dupont.
Here's Parker. Zadirko defending.
Some tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother him on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
And that's a skill, Brian.
Now here's Brisebois.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Barrow.
Got him with the pump fake, but he couldn't finish.
And without a doubt, this Marseille squad belongs to Louis Dupont. Really a gifted finisher, one of the best finishers in all of Europe.
He's the heartbeat of this team, and he is their leader. Marseille can go as far as Dupont takes them, and the way he's played all season, the sky is the limit for L'Aigle.
Drains the three-pointer.
How to defend the shot at Illich? I mean, this is a tall guy, especially for his position.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way. He's got all types of tricks up his sleeve.
And he tries off glass, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter.
Paris FC basket ahead.
leading by 6. We'll take a quick break and then get back to the action.
Welcome back to Paris for the second quarter.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And here we are in Paris, such an incredible city. Obviously a cultural center for the world, but also the heart of the basketball scene in France.
So many great players have gotten their start here, and what a dream it must be for these players to come and play in Paris. It can feel a bit surreal, I can imagine, but everybody on the floor has earned their spots tonight.
And a nice shot by Valois.
He can time his passes so perfectly. What an assist.
Second quarter of basketball, just over 1.5 minutes played so far. Out to the right wing.
MP, guarded by Dupont.
Just 5 on the clock.
And here's Ahern behind the arc. And the rebound goes to Marseille basketball. Pass to Riyard for 3. And it's MP with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky he was off.
I hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard him, they're going to have some problems.
Now here's MP.
6 points for him.
It's hauled in by Bourgeois. Brisebois, long range.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And when Brisebois is shooting with confidence, he's a real problem. Outstanding initiative right there, catching and firing.
Here's MP. Now Dumont.
Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him.
Here's Marseille with the ball.
They trail by 7.
Brisebois left side. Pass to Valois. Here's Riyard.
Launches a 3.
And again, it's Marseille basketball from deep.
Well, this is the game again. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Solid comeback effort.
That effort has to keep up.
Now here's MP. Now here's Vasseur.
Ball's knocked loose.
Stolen by Dupont. Pass to Valois. Here's Riyard. Brisebois, long range.
That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them.
Outside Leduc. MP. Back to Leduc.
Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch.
And here's Marseille.
They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
Here's Bourgeois outside. MP outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern. And you think back to how MP looked at the start of this season, we've seen a lot of growth in his game.
You know, you think back, Blake, you talk about the start of the season, there were some shaky moments. But once he started getting comfortable, you could see everything start to fall in place for him. He's been crucial in the success of Paris FC.
Pass to Dupont.
Fades away. Hits the front of the rim and out. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They're up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Yeah, if you're just joining us here on 2K Sports, it's Paris FC Basket hosting Marseille Basketball as we get going here in the second half for this FBSL matchup. Well, you look at the French culture, they absolutely love their sports here.
Soccer, or rather, let me be correct here, football is still king and probably always will be, but basketball isn't too far behind now. The popularity of the sport has exploded here the last few years. And with Wemby doing his thing in the NBA, I think it's going to continue to grow.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming up.
MP picks one up.
Parker deals with plenty of physical defense, but he can dole it out too.
And he hits both from the stripe.
Harris with the lead. And here's MP.
He's got 8.
Screen by Elich.
There's the 3. Connects from three-point range.
Selfless basketball by MP right there. He's all about finding his teammates.
About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Parker attacking. Barrow.
And the layup falls.
He is so good at recognizing the openings and getting the ball to the rim.
MP with it. Now guarded by Bourgeois. Pass to Elich. Back to MP. Screen by Elich. MP.
Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 for 12 from the floor.
You know, we saw MP get tested multiple times this season by his opponents and sometimes really by his own team. But he's passed every test thrown his way.
And the resilience that MP has shown this year cannot be ignored. It's not easy to find success in a strange land, but MP has done that and then some.
Now here's MP.
10 points for him. Shot clock at 5, and it's good for 2.
And MP is just taking charge right now. Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to score.
Barrow outside.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
Ball on the wing. Covered by MP. Elich the block.
That's rim protection at its finest. Elich refusing to give up the easy basket.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Fortier outside.
Here's MP. That shot off.
Marseille trailing.
There's Barrow with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Spacing out the floor, Marseille is a better team when Barrow is burying triples.
MP inside. Covered by Brisebois. MP, it's good.
When the size advantage is as big as it was there, that's exactly what he should do in that situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's Brisebois. Covered by MP. Over MP. Brisebois, no good. And here's Paris. Pass to MP. And the rebound goes to Marseille basketball. Brisebois. He's covered by Ahern.
Up top, Parker.
Barrow. Back to Parker.
Shot clock at 6.
Brisebois, long range.
Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Well, the perimeter is where Brisebois earns his living. Defenders can't lose track of him out there.
Now here's MP.
14 points for him.
Screen by Elich.
Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range.
Well, plays like that demonstrate leadership. And Elich is no stranger to coming right back with a 3 of his own.
Parker. Sadirko defending.
And Elich pulls it down.
To the middle. Makes it off the glass.
He's definitely been their floor leader at the offensive end.
Well, he has been today. He's done a great job of keeping that ball moving.
And he's just so strong with the handles, too. Such a joy to watch.
The third quarter comes to a close.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They're up by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Welcome back. It's the final quarter of action here between Paris and Marseille, going with an almost entirely new group. Here's MP. Pass to Elich.
Drops in the tray.
And a lot of rumors swirling for Bogey Elich. Some folks close to him feel that this could be his final season.
No announcement yet for Bogey, but there's a small chance that we could be watching the final act of his basketball career. Again, this is all speculation, as Bogey hasn't indicated if this is it for him.
And they can burn some clock if they want.
And calm down. Get a little breather here, too.
And MP gets it to go.
Season opening and does not hesitate. That shows you MP's confidence and how prepared he is.
We talked about it earlier that MP and Louis Dupont would be the key for their respective teams. So far, that's been the case.
It really has. You knew that Legler would get his points, but MP has matched him every step of the way. Great effort from both of them.
Now here's MP.
And that one drops.
Well, that's how you run the pick and roll. MP just taking what the defense gives him.
Brisebois with the ball. Pass to Parker. Dupont.
And yep, it's good.
Well, it doesn't take a private eye to figure out why they called Dupont Le. He simply soars through the air, and along with Barcelona's Alvarez, has a claim for the best dunker in Europe.
Reminds me a bit of a player named Han Chi, who played a few years over here. You might remember him as the Flying Dragon. They both have the ability to explode off the floor when they take it to the rack.
Now here's MP.
Clock at 6.
Elich.
Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And they're getting that lead way up there right now. It should be easy for them the rest of the way.
Yeah, and at this late stage of a game, a lead like that has a team feeling awfully good.
And the other one bad. And that assist got a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Now MP.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, when we watch him here in Europe, MP always seems to find some daylight to get his shot off.
Outside Dupont. Brisebois outside.
The 19-foot shot.
It's rebounded by Dumont. Here's MP. Oh, and a slam by MP.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Now here's Brisebois.
They get a hand on it.
Dumont with the steal.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sadirko.
Big Dave Sadirko, bringing the noise.
Here's Marseille with the ball.
It's an 18-point game.
Now here's Brisebois.
Guarded closely.
Out of bounds, it'll be Paris ball. sounds, and Paris FC gets the win. They have now secured a spot in the EDA tournament, and what a thrill it must be for all these fans here at home.
I mean, to even qualify for the EDA tourney was kind of a pipe dream at the start of the season. And now they've done it. Wayne Graves, MP, they've worked together. They've led this team further than anyone could have imagined.
And for Paris FC, with a trip to the EDA tourney in hand, who knows how far they can go.
I would not bet against them at this point, no matter who the opponent is. This team has grown so much, and right now they're riding a lot of confidence heading into the tournament.
And that'll do it for this one, folks. For Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
MP, congratulations on the big win. How does it feel to clinch a spot in the EDA Championships?
It feels incredible! Oh man, this is my first season as a professional, so to make it to the continent's biggest tournament is an honor. These guys, I mean, I've also never been to Turkey, so that's another first for me. And one thing I'm really looking forward to is I hear they've got a beautiful architecture over there, and the Hagia Sophia, if I'm pronouncing that right, is supposed to be fire.
It is. Thank you, MP. Go celebrate.
Thank you,
Enjoy.
thank you.
Congratulations, guys.